Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. For this week we have a quiz on Chapter 8. It's going to be the same setup. People did well last week on the quiz. Very good job on the discussion board. Good participation. Good job with the use of in-text citations and references. I want to let you know in modules 12, 13, and 14 you're going to have a paper. The paper in Module 12, you're going to have a paper outline that's going to be due. Module 13, you can submit your paper early for 50 extra credit points. And then Module 14, your paper is due. So you have time to work on your paper and your analysis. It's going to be based on an article, and the article should be related to the course. So a lot of people find it very challenging, the articles, but that should be based on an article analysis. Okay? Now for this week, we're going to look at a couple different things. We're going to look at the role of a customs union and the formation of a customs union. What is the primary reason the European Union started? What was the primary reason for that? In the former Soviet Union, major manufacturing firms were typically what? So you remember this week you're going to have 10 questions, but I'm going to have more questions for you we're going to go over. Free trade areas between Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. How does it benefit certain countries? What is a centrally planned economy? The proposed NAFTA was generally based off of what? Hold on here, my computer froze on me real quick. Hold on. There we go. I'm going to give you a graph. You're going to have to evaluate the graph at a certain price level I give you. So you're going to have to evaluate the graph on a certain price level. It's looking at a customs union. And you're going to wonder, why do we import? Why do we export? We will import when the price is below the equilibrium. So you're going to have a couple graphs dealing with the free trade or the world price, a price with a tariff, and you'll notice on all these graphs, you'll notice the same thing. The domestic price will always be higher than the world price. At the world price, there's going to be a shortage. And given that there's a shortage, someone has to make up for the shortage. And the shortage will be made up through importing. And then the tariffs, that's why the government utilizes tariffs as well. A common agriculture policy of the EU has been what? What is a common market? World welfare under a customs union. What is that? The implementation of the EU. How was that derived? Which country is not a member of the EU? What are the gains from an optimum currency? What would be the gains? NAFTA is a what? Basic definition of NAFTA. The main disadvantage of the European Monetary Union is what? The European Union has achieved everything. So I'm going to give you a list of things, but what? What is something that they've not achieved? Members of the European Union find that trade creation is fostered when their economies are what? How are their economies looked at? A dynamic welfare gain resulting from the formation of the European Union would be what? Would be a dynamic welfare gain. I'm going to give you a list of countries. Which country is not a member of NAFTA? And then the last question is, the common agriculture policy of the European Union was supported by European farmers via what program? So there's about 30 questions, and in those 30 questions, I'm going to select 10 of them randomly for your score. If you have any questions, let me know. But I look forward to your effort this week. Also, make sure to start looking at any articles that you find interesting, because we're going to start looking at articles, and you have a couple weeks. You can always bounce the articles off me. I can easily assist, but I look forward to your effort.